Hello, YouTube. This may be one of the most interesting mysteries of modern archaeology. And according to the official opinion of scientists, of course, this is impossible in principle. Many petroglyphs discovered by archaeologists in the Ural Mountains represent an encrypted image of modern polymers. But where did such knowledge come from at the very beginning of the Bronze Age? How did ancient civilization found out about this thousands of years ago? There are protected areas along the banks of the Ural rivers Tagil, Neva, Rez, and Urazani, in which such contradictory drawings were discovered. There is no doubt that the artworks date back to the 3rd millennium before Common Era. But you see, mankind acquired the knowledge necessary to depict them only a few decades ago. Amazing petroglyphs cover many rocky outcrops scattered over an area of 800 kilometers. This is not a single monument, but a whole and quite large-scale network. It seems that our ancestors tried to make their knowledge reach their descendants as complete as possible. Mysterious drawings are intertwined with quite ordinary, again, according to the ideas of modern science, images. Most of the stones depict people and animals. In this respect, the Ural petroglyphs are similar to numerous rock carvings scattered around the world. However, upon closer inspection, an image strikingly similar to very complex chemical formulas is found on some rocks. And it turned out quite recently. Researchers have known for a long time that the territory of the Urals is fraught with a lot of mysteries, including ancient drawings, at least since the beginning of the 17th century. But due to limited knowledge, scientists simply did not understand what the ancient images actually meant. That was the case up to our time, actually until the late Russian researcher Vladimir Avinsky turned his attention to petroglyphs. This is somebody who I knew a long time ago. We corresponded, and I brought his knowledge during my lectures in Brazil, in the United States, in Hong Kong. He was the candidate of geological and mineralogical sciences who is familiar with modern molecular physics firsthand. He recognized the structure of polymers in individual drawings, exactly as it is customary in modern science. Avinsky noted that the strange symbols and chains in the Ural petroglyphs are very similar to well-known chemical formulas, such as the formula of polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, atactic polystyrene, anthracene, graphite, and some other compounds. There are other petroglyphs that represent rather strange symbols. It is believed that at least one of them suspiciously resembles the molecular structure of antibiotics. But how is such deep antiquity connected with modern chemicals? Vladimir Avinsky was sure that these were echoes of the knowledge that highly developed aliens had tried to spread around our planet long before modern civilization. But who exactly was engaged in this progressivism? And most importantly, why? If these are aliens from distant stars, then what is the point for them to develop backward tribes on an alien planet? Let's just say that one of the cultures in the universe has evolved so much that it has mastered instantaneous space travel and found a way to search for intelligent life. Let's say they came to Earth and met the Aborigines who had just come out of the Stone Age. I will also assume that out of pure altruism, these highly developed aliens began to teach the dense Earthlings, so to say, bit by bit, giving them advanced knowledge. What happened then? Where are all these benefactors? Why is the progress of mankind going on so long and painfully? There are many questions. As you can see, the hypothesis is full of inconsistencies. But there is another one. If we take as a basis the hypothesis of the cyclical development of human civilizations, then everything falls into place. We are far from the first and apparently not the last civilization on the planet. There were many before us. Each of the past cultures, having outlived its time, somehow slipped into savagery. Periods of dawn alternated with periods of almost complete oblivion. That is why, having slipped into the wild, our ancestors painted the most complex structure of polymers on the rocks. They drew without realizing what they were doing. Their ancestors bequeathed it to them, and their ancestors to them, and so on. Once unconscious action turned into a thoughtless ritual. That's why such complex drawings are made so clumsily and side by side with the most primitive images. And of course, it had to be the Ural Mountains where this was found. I'll bring you more interesting information and reports about long-gone ancient civilizations and what archaeology finds, and interesting hypotheses about them. Mostly from Eurasia, of course, but also other parts of the world. If you like my research, please kindly support me through the links you'll find in the description to this video. Please tell others about my video, and thank you for your support.